today is Friday and our workout today is called One Too Many. You've got a 15-minute AMRAP, start with 60 double unders, 45 sit-ups and 30 ground to overheads. We want to aim to make those ground to overheads unbroken. To do that we can split those double unders into sets of 2 or 3 if we need to, and then keep a consistent and nice slow pace on those sit-ups. Let's start off with getting warm, we'll do some mobility and we'll get into this workout. All we're going to do, we're going to start off with 30 seconds of single unders at a nice slow pace. So we're going to grab our ropes and in 3, 2, 1, we're going to go for 30 seconds. Great start. Last 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax there. Nice work, guys. All we do now is grab ourselves a broomstick, mop handle, or a PVC pole if we have one at home. We have 30 seconds of PVC pass-throughs. So with a nice wide snatch grip, gonna start that bar off in my hips, raise it to the ceiling, and touch my lower back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Popping that pole down for now. We're now going to go into a 30-second hollow hold. So all we're going to do is we're going to jump onto the floor. I'm going to be sitting or lying down, sorry, with that weight in the centre of my back. So my toes are going to be poked up into the sky and my arms are going to come above my head. We're going to hold this for 30 seconds. If we are struggling, we can bring a leg in and then change that over. The goal of this is to be able to just hold that there for the full 30 seconds. Nice pointed toes. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. All we do now, jump back onto that skipping rope. We're going to go for quick singles, so just a little bit faster than that first set that we did in the warm-up. So again, onto our skipping rope. Just going to rotate those wrists a little bit faster and jump a little bit lower. 30 seconds. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Nice work, everybody. All we do now is go back to that broom handle or that PVC pole. We're going to go for 30 seconds of overhead squats. So, putting that bar above our heads, we're going to lock our shoulders out and aim to face our armpits forwards. By twisting that pole forwards, we're then going to send our hips back and down and come into 30 seconds of overhead squats. Now. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and easy there. All we do now is come back onto that floor and we do 30 seconds of arch holds. So it's the opposite side of that Superman, or that hollow hold that we just did. So all I'm going to do is put myself onto that floor. My hands will come out in front of me, and all I'm going to do is activate my glutes, my lower back, and the whole rear of my body, pulling all my muscles together, lifting those toes and arms up off the floor. In 3, 2, 1, go. And then relax. And we do reps of this just to get that activation right. And go. And again. 3, 2, 1. One more. And relax there. Coming onto our feet, we're going to go for high singles this time. All I want us to do is the exact same thing we just did in that last set of skipping. We are just going to jump a little bit higher and rotate a little bit slower with those wrists, just to ensure that we're getting that rope round. So all I'm going to do, nice high jump. I'm going to rebound off my feet once I've landed. So it should look like this in the air. So I'm going to jump nice and high. Once I've landed, or as soon as my heels touch that floor, that's going to be classed as our rebound. We're going to spring back up into the air, nice and high, to bring that rope round one more time. Just like this. Yeah, cool. In 3, 2, 1, 30 seconds. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What I'm going to do now is come onto the floor for some straight-legged sit-ups. So my feet are going to go straight out in front of me. You don't have to lock your knees out like perfectly, as long as your legs are somewhat straight. We're going to send our arms back to the floor and then just touch in front of our knees. Got this for 30 seconds in 3, 2, 1, off we go. Three, 2, 1. Back onto our feet for our last movement in this warm-up. Last time on that PVC pole or our broom handle, we're going to bring that pole onto our shoulders, come into a nice deep back squat. Try and keep our chest up as much as we can. We're going to go for a wide, somewhat snatch grip, pushing those knees out. We're going to get that bar and do a soft press, driving it to the ceiling. For 30 seconds. Ooh, don't fall over. Three, 2, 1, and stand back up there. Nice work, everybody. That soft press isn't a very easy movement. As you can see, I struggled a little bit as well. It's just something that comes with a bit of time if you didn't manage to get it today. We're going to go to a little bit of a weighted warm-up now. What I want you to do is grab yourself the odd object that you'll be using for your ground to overheads, and we'll do the weighted warm-up with that. We're going to start off with 5 good mornings. Just keeping that weight on our chest, crossing our arms over, or just holding it nice and close. We're going to go for 5 good mornings, hinging those hips, keeping that back nice and tight. Getting our chest parallel to the floor, and then squeezing the top. 2, 3, 4, 5. Then into 5 goblet squats, keeping that weight nice and close to our chest. Our chest is going to be nice and high. We're going to send those hips back and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice work, everybody. All we need now is go into a rear neck press. If you have got quite a small weight like this, it might be a little bit awkward, but don't worry too much about it. It is just to get the muscles moving. If you want to, you can use that broom handle, which go for 10 10 slow controlled reps. Ideally, we'll be doing it with the weight. We're going to put it behind our head. We're just going to tuck that core in tight, slowly drive to the ceiling, and then back down. Try not to drop the weight on yourself, because you can get injured like that very easily. So we do 5 reps together. That weight's going to start almost in a back squat position. We're going to keep that core tucked in tight, just drive to the ceiling nice and strong, and back down. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Relaxing there, popping that weight back on the floor. We're going to go for 5 Romanian deadlifts. We're going to do this. If you've got a really small object and you can't do it with both hands, do 5 singles on each side. If not, just go for 5 Romanian deadlifts on that one weight. So all we're going to do, very similar to that good morning, we're going to hinge the hips, nice straight leg, soft knees, touching the floor, and then squeezing those glutes to the top. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Relaxing there. Our last movement is going to be the odd object round to overhead, just like we're going to be doing in the workout. So I'm going to grab that weight, start off with a nice slow Romanian deadlift. I'm going to pop my hips, and once that weight comes up and past my chest, we're going to finish it off with a strip press, just like this. So there's 1. We're going to do 5 together now, and then we'll go into some mobility. So when you're ready, grab yourself your weight. We're going to be going now. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Relaxing there. Nice work, everybody. So, a little bit of mobility. We're going to start with 40 seconds in a wall twist. We're going to do 20 seconds on each side. What this is, it's very similar to a world's greatest stretch. You might remember that. But there's a weight on the floor and you hold onto it and you twist the arm in the air. Very, very similar concept. All I'm going to do, move that out of the way. I'm going to come into a squat. This is going to be my wall. I would recommend using a wall, but I'm going to use this pose to demonstrate. So I'm going to take about half a foot or a foot away from that wall. I'm going to come into a nice deep squat. One arm's going to stay on the floor and I'm going to turn around and use that wall to stretch off my thoracic. If that's okay, ideally we want to be a bit closer to the wall, just so it makes it a little bit easier to get that arm up high. Then come into a squat again, then touch that wall and stretch off that thoracic. So hopefully we're all ready now. That was a bit of an awkward demonstration. It's not very easy to demo that without the wall. So hopefully when we're all ready, we're going to do that all together now. So for 20 seconds, we're going to start on our left arm, coming into that squat in front of the wall. Our right arm's going to be on the floor. We're going to turn around and grab onto that wall. Try and really twist your thoracic up. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And standing up and changing arms for another 20 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and easing off there. Nice work, everybody. All we're going to do now is do a nice thoracic opener. If you haven't got the mobility to do this on a wall, it's quite a deep stretch, we can do it on the floor and turn it into a child's pose. But ideally, we're going to have both hands on the wall, wide, not close, but we've got a post to show you, so it's going to look a little bit different. You want to be having wide hands on that wall. So I'm going to have both hands on top of each other on this post. All I'm going to do is drop my head and chest through, preferably lower than my arms are. It's going to really stretch that upper spine and our shoulders up a little bit. I'm going to hold this for 40 seconds. So grab yourself a wall, spread those arms apart, and drop that chest down in 3, 2, 1, go. Twenty seconds left. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Easing off there. Whew. Nice work, guys. All we do now is go into a little bit of movement prep, then we'll get into that workout. We're going to start off with our skipping ropes. I'm going to do 30 seconds of single unders practice. When I can get this rope sorted out. So all we're going to do, just like in that warm-up, I'm going to do nice high singles with my wrists rotating that rope around. We're not moving our arms, it's all in the wrists. So all I'm going to do, for 30 seconds, jump nice and high, flip that wrist round. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, off you go. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax there. What we're going to do now is go for some double unders practice. If you haven't got double unders at all, you don't feel like you're close enough to practice them, we're going to go for double taps. So what we're going to do, jump nice and high, tap our hips twice before we land back on the floor. If that's a struggle, we can do lateral hops, just on a line in the room we're in. If you're on your rope today, all we're going to do is go for single doubles, or see how many double unders you can string together. Basically, it's the same as that high single under. However, at the top, as I leave, I'm going to rotate my wrist, and then I'm going to rotate it again before I hit the floor. Just like on a double tap. 1, 2. It's going to be the exact same when you transfer it onto a rope. Just going to jump high, flick those wrists nice and fast. 1, 2, and it will land in front of us. So, for 30 seconds, we're going to practice our double unders. In 3, 2, 1, off you go. I'm great at skipping today. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pop those ropes down there. That'll get the heart rate going. Nice work, everybody. All we do now is go through our ground to overheads. So grab that object or that weight we were going to use. We're going to start off with 6 full deadlifts. So rather than the Romanian, like we were doing that warm-up, when we get to those knees, rather than just hinging further the hips, we're going to sink a little bit, using those legs to drive up on the stand as well. So starting stood up, I'm going to hinge forwards a little bit. As soon as I get to my knees, I'm going to sink. So I touch the floor, drive nice and strong through my legs. We've got 6 reps. We're going to go in 3, 2, 1. 1, try and keep the shoulders nice and pinned back as well. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What we do now, go for 6 strict presses. So that weight's going to come up into a front rack, or just off of the front rack, sorry. Our head's going to move back, and we're going to drive it to the ceiling. So we've got 6 reps. In 3, 2, 1. Off you go. 1, 2. Try and keep that core tucked in rather than flaring those ribs. 3, 4, 5, 6. And put that weight down. Last one, we're going to practice the ground to overhead. So all I'm going to do is mix that deadlift and that strict press together to get the weight from here to here. When we're finishing that deadlift, we're going to be popping our hips. We're going to have a really aggressive turnover and drive with our hips so that weight goes upwards, and then we'll finish it off with this press. So I'm going to demonstrate one, then we're going to do 4 reps together. So here's one ground to overhead. There's one. Grabbing your weights, we've got 4 reps together in 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Relaxing there. Last but not least, we've got the sit-ups to go through really, really quickly. We're going to jump onto that floor, come into that butterfly position. If you've got an ab mat or a jumper you want to roll under your lumbar, I suggest you do that for the workout. It will help out a little bit. All we're going to do, come into that butterfly position. I'm going to send my arms backwards and go for 5 nice and slow sit-ups. Whenever you're ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Back onto our feet. All I want you to do now, take this time, give the video a quick pause. Don't know why I pointed over there. Give the video a quick pause, grab yourself a drink, have a little break. We'll go to the toilet. When you get back, we'll go through the workout one more time and we'll get into it. Welcome back, everybody. One final time your workout today is called One Too Many. You've got a 15-minute AMRAP, including 60 double unders, 45 sit-ups, and 30 odd object ground overheads. So this is 15 minutes. The aim today is between 4 to 6 rounds. We want to allow ourselves to work through this at a consistent pace so that we don't need to rest, and we want to try and get those grounds and overheads done. Ideally unbroken, but 1 or 2 sets at most. To do that, what we should be doing is either breaking the double unders or taking the double unders at a bit of a pace and pacing those sit-ups. If you can't do, I'd say 50 double unders unbroken, I wouldn't go for double unders in this workout. I change it to 120 single skips. When you are ready, in 3, 2, 1, go!